Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Shazaiman Minsrani and I will discuss about the abstract. First of all, what is the roof shell? Basically, roof shell is a common type of thin material roof. The curving roof is intended to allow bigger construction to be built and it is visually pleasing. Roof shell is commonly used in public building. One of the application of roof shell is usable when the interior of the building is open and there are no walls or pillars to support a flat pitches of roof. So the literature review of roof shell is such as geodesic dome. The geodesic dome is a space architect that is built from a matrix of triangle to generate a spherical surface that resembles a piece of a ball or sphere. The geodesic dome has been used on the roof of Singapore National Stadium as well as geodesic structure in Romania and Florida.
Hi, my name is Faiz Balji bin Rahman, nama metric DF20097. Today I want to present the introduction of our project. Roof shell or also non-pitched roof is roof that adapted to cover large area of single-story building or structure such as assembly hall, leisure centers, theatres and factories. The type of roof shell is single barrel shell, multi-barrel shell and continuous barrel. Roof shell is 3D structures made up of thin membrane slab that are bent in one or more direction and transmit load to support point such as column, beam and wall. It made of from in-situ reinforced concrete, timber, glass, plastic and lattice. Roof shell can be flat but most commonly curved, taking the shape of cylindrical, dome, parabola and ellipsoid. The advantage of roof shell is save builder money on material because thinness and lack of support beam. It cheap than flat roof. The advantage is relatively costly. Roof slope and arc must properly constructed to stay stable and have additional lighting and ventilation concern because skylight not permitted. This is an example of roof shell. First single shell at Rome and multi-shell at New York and reinforced by structural lips at Sydney and lastly lattice structure at British Museum, London.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Mirul and I will explain about our background study. So a dome is an element of architecture that resembles the hollow upper half of a sphere. So it's constructed from various materials such as from mud to stone, wood, concrete and also metal. So it consists of compound curved shape which inherently strong and giving self-supporting clear span with no column support. So in this study we will discuss about two types of domes, which is geodesic dome and also monolithic dome. A geodesic dome is a space architecture that resembles a portion of a ball or sphere. So this instrument is constructed from a matrix of triangles or hexagons that eventually form a spherical space. So the greater the number of triangles or hexagons, the better form of sphere-shaped dome is approached. So in geodesic dome have the minimal level of heat loss and each structural parts evenly spread forces. So these are some advantages of using geodesic dome. So first of all, it's easy to install since their structures are lightweight and cut in shapes that's easier to assemble, easy to remove, reinstall and also maintenance. So it's very cheaper and more affordable from their material selection and also reduce labor time. So it has aesthetic design and self-supporting without internal columns. It's also absolute strength, resistant to corrosion, usability of solar energy, and lastly, it is very environmental friendliness where the components used in making the geodesic dome are predominantly made from recyclable sources. So geodesic dome had been widely built all around the world. For instance, we have Singapore National Stadium roof, geodesic dome in Florida, geodesic dome in Romania, as well as in Malaysia. We have in Kuantan, Penang, Malaysia, and for the last one we have geodesic dome Sea Horizon Resorts in Johor. So I think that's all from me for geodesic dome. Thank you.
My name is Rafi Deshat and I will continue the second point of the background study, that is monolithic dome. Monolithic dome is another contemporary dome technology that is getting acceptance on both a big and a small range. The major difference between geodesic and a monolithic dome is that monolithic domes are much heavier and are cast in one piece. The monolithic dome is made up of a single solid piece of material. The canvas is inflated with special blowers, resulting in the formation of a dome, and steel bar is wrapped in the foam to give support for the dome. Next, for the advantages of monolithic domes. In terms of disaster resistance, energy consumption, maintenance and longevity, monolithic domes perform well in every environment, even in extreme cold or heat. Next, the site location or environment have no bearings on these domes. Can be built anywhere, including mountains, beaches, and even underground. For the disadvantage of these monolithic domes, first, these structures are unsuitable for communicating, delivering spoken message, or performing musical. This is due to smooth concave surface simply reflect sound energy rather than dispersing it. Next, the techniques used in monolithic dome construction are very different from normal construction methods, so only specially trained construction crews are suited for building a dome using the modern techniques. Next, for the application of monolithic dome, there are many monolithic domes throughout the world and United States, from the Arctic to the tropics, used for the schools, storage, church, homes, gymnasium, safe room, and more. There are domes as small as 8 feet to over 340 feet diameter, with engineering for even larger structures. This is one of the pictures that is world's biggest monolithic dome. There is Faith Chapel Christian Center in Birmingham, Alabama. Another example is a home. This is a very famous one, Shalom Dome Home, Missouri. They use a monolithic dome, same as at Arctic Igloo Eskimo. They use the same concept application, monolithic dome. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Daniel Izwan bin Ahmad Fairuz. My matrix number is DF200087. Now I will continue the presentation for the methodology. In methodology, there is 4 processes in designing the roof. The first process is choosing the shape of the roof. There are 3 types of roof, which is synclastic, anticlastic, and monoclastic shells that are formed by Gaussian curvature form. Second process is calculate the thickness of the roof. The process is based on failure mode and membrane theory. The process is pre-modeling detail. In this process, we need to determine the load that are acting on structure. There is 2 types of load, which is permanent load or self-weight, and variable load such as wind load and snow load. And the last process is finalizing initial design. In this process, we will be determining the critical buckling. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurul Nazura binti Janet and my matrix number is DF200151. I would like to present to you about recommendations for roof shells. First one is the shell should design as a grid panel construction because the shell allows it to endure stress and safely counteract. Next, further study is needed to validate the established model for different climatic zones across the world. Furthermore, prefabricated space frame system might help the design and manufacture of custom design joints for geodesic buildings. Last but not least, a parametric approach and the creation of resulting tools would be suggested as a replacement for repetitious course performed.